At dawn, the empire still existed. Its flags still flew. Its soldiers still guarded the gates. Its gold still filled the vaults. Its emperor still slept in a palace of marble and firelight. By sunset, it was gone. Not conquered, not burned, not defeated in a great final battle. Just erased. No banners, no throne, no crown, no empire. Only silence where power once ruled the world. This is the story of the empire that didn't fall in centuries, but vanished in a single day. The city of forever. For generations, the capital was called the Eternal City. White stone towers touched the clouds. Golden domes reflected the sun like fire. Markets stretched for miles. Ships from every sea filled its harbors. People believed one simple truth: this empire could never fall. It survived plagues. It survived invasions. It survived rebellions. It survived wars that destroyed entire civilizations. Children were taught in schools. Empires rise, empires fall. But ours is different. And for a long time, it seemed true. The empire controlled trade routes, armies, oceans, and economies. Kings bowed to it. Nations feared it. Enemies planned for centuries and failed. Its power wasn't just military. It controlled food supply, currency, religion, law, history itself. It didn't just rule land. It ruled reality, the illusion of stability. But empires don't collapse from the outside first. They rot from the inside. Corruption replaced honor. Comfort replaced discipline. Luxury replaced loyalty. Politics replaced purpose. Generals fought for influence instead of victory. Leaders protected wealth instead of people. Truth became dangerous. Lies became policy. The people felt it, but couldn't name it. Food became more expensive. Taxes grew heavier. Laws became harsher. Freedom became quieter. But the palaces stayed bright. The festivals continued. The parades never stopped. So the people believed the illusion. Everything is fine. The night before the end, the final night, was peaceful. Music filled the streets. Candles lit the temples. Guards laughed at their posts. The emperor hosted a banquet inside the palace. Wine flowed. Gold. Plates shined. Silk curtains danced in warm air. Outside, the city slept. No alarms. No riots. No fires. No invasion. Nothing felt wrong. But beneath the stone streets, beneath the walls, beneath the palace floors, the empire was already dying. The collapse without sound. It didn't begin with explosions. It began with silence. Messengers didn't arrive. Orders weren't delivered. Signals stopped. Commands went unanswered. Then systems failed. Treasury vaults locked. Trade ports closed. Communication towers went dark. Military chains of command broke. Not through attack, through disconnection. No coordination. No leadership. No control. The empire didn't fall. It stopped functioning. The vanishing. By morning, chaos spread quietly. Markets didn't open. Ships stayed in harbor. Courts didn't operate. Barracks had no orders. Soldiers stood confused. Officials locked themselves inside offices. Merchants hid their gold. Priests stopped preaching. The emperor tried to issue commands. No one heard them, or worse, no one obeyed them. Power had evaporated, not stolen. not destroyed, not conquered, abandoned. The psychological collapse. Empires don't exist on maps. They exist in minds. And once belief disappears, power disappears with it. People stopped believing the empire was real, stopped believing in its authority, stopped believing in its permanence, stopped believing in its future. Fear changed sides. Yesterday, people feared the empire. Today, the empire feared the people. The emperor's last morning, the emperor woke to silence. No servants, no guards, no advisors, only empty halls and echoes. He walked through corridors that once held power. Now they held nothing. He reached the throne room. The throne still stood, but it was meaningless. A chair in an empty room. He ruled no one. He commanded nothing. He was emperor of nothing. The world moves on. By the next week, new flags flew. New leaders rose. New laws replaced old ones. New borders were drawn. The empire wasn't even mourned. It became a story, a legend, a memory. Children would one day ask, was it real? And adults would answer, yes. But it disappeared. The final truth. Empires don't always fall with fire. Sometimes they fall with silence. Sometimes with paperwork. Sometimes with fear. Sometimes with loss of belief. Sometimes with broken systems. Sometimes with internal decay. And sometimes they vanish. Overnight, not because they were attacked, but because they were already empty. The greatest empires aren't destroyed by enemies at the gates. They are destroyed by lies in the palace, corruption in the system, fear in the people, and silence in the soul. Because when belief dies, even the strongest empire in history can disappear in a single night.